am currently standing by to take a short trade in Bitcoin. Currently, I am looking to set my risk here, and once this candle closes in the next minute, I will look to take an entry, and then I will better explain exactly what I have trading here. Right now, I just want to get my entry, get my stop set, and then I'll actually set my profit target after I do this. So right now this is what is this? A scalp, or basically it's a reversal. I've got a trade that failed in order block. So with that, I want to take the trade in the opposite direction here. And now standing by for this candle closure, and I'll take this entry. And targeting a 2-to-1 risk to reward here. And entry. Get these set here, and now I'll set my profit target, and then I'll break down exactly what I saw that gave me this trade idea here. If I can pull up my order here. So far you can see price action delivered here to the buy side on my entry, and is now delivering here to the sell side. If I can get into my order here, I will change it, set my profit target. My platform is not cooperating with me right now. Well, this is why I appreciate setting a stop loss, because then I don't have to worry if things go the other way. I'll assume there's a way I can cancel the order right over here. Now that it's not allowing me to pull it up here, I'll likely refresh the dashboard here and see if that'll let me in. Let's try that. Yeah, the platform is having some issues right now, which is why it's not letting me get in to adjust my order or refreshing the screen right now. Here we go. So now I'll likely be able to adjust the order here. This is trading. Things are not always going to go smoothly in a day. Let's try this again, because I'm not seeing my trade, and I don't believe I was stopped out just yet. Was I just stopped out? I think I was just stopped out. How was I stopped out when my stop needs to be above here? What is going on? Okay, let's try this again. Okay, 88.7, 82.7. And then this 70.2 is to cover the spread, so this is my stop, 88.852.9. I'm not certain what happened there with that order, but know what happened with that order, but my stop loss was supposed to be here of this level, but it triggered. As you can see, this candle here never got up here, so this is where my stop is supposed to be here. So now I'll see if I'll take another entry. I can either adjust my position size to take a smaller size, or wait to see if price will return back to the 88,406 level, which is where I would have originally tried to get in. I could set a stop up here higher. And just wait for price action here, and price action here could deliver back to the buy side, or continue delivering to the sell side. I could potentially set a stop here in anticipation for further sell side delivery. I can take an entry here and then just have a lower risk amount, and then just be in the position and not worry about what it's going to do. So I'm just going to do that now. Take my entry now, or let's say re-entry. So not ideal, but what's important for me right now is just getting in the position. I don't want to mess with my psychology too much here. Having issues with the platform and then having errors or things like that, these things can really disrupt what you're trying to do with your trading. So right now I'm just going to look for a 2-to-1 here. Actually, let's do this. $88,852.9. Okay. And limit is 88,244.1. And we're at 689. So let's look at a 2-to-1 here. So 1378. See if we can find where that is. 1378. Right here. Yeah. So I'm just going to take this, move over to my current order and adjust my current order here. So I'm going to put my take profit in here now. Be at a 2-to-1 here. Now, even with that going on, we'll let that trade ride here. Let's see. We can spot profit target on the, no, we won't be able to spot it here. May have to go over to here. Okay. So we can see profit target is in an area where there is a profit target here is in an area where there are near equal lows here. So if you come over here to the 4-hour chart here, you'll see this area here. There's a lot of consolidation in this area here, you see these large candles come in here, but there's going to be quite a bit of liquidity resting down here in this area that could be swept out of the market here. So I've taken a few trades today on BTC, or a couple. Lost all of them here. Tried a short, stopped out. I believe tried a long here. Yeah, tried a long here, stopped out. Definitely having to adjust for this small account challenge. Or the small account challenge that I'm in that's running concurrent to this particular live stream here, but learning about, let's say, being more cautious and choosing trading systems that are more precautionary, require more confirmations. So that's what I'm doing currently. So slowing the pace down a little bit. I definitely, it would be very easy to be rattled by the platform issue just now, also the order issue. So at the same time, just trying to think more of the long game as traders, especially if we're day trading, understanding that there's tomorrow. That's not an easy thing to do, especially early in your trading career. It's very, if you're very motivated, if you are very driven, you are likely going to approach the situation with more force, more aggression, where finesse would be the better, more useful direction to go in, I would say. With that in mind, having things go the other way is just how trading goes. It's just your ability to remain consistent in the things that you do while those things are happening. And today, my biggest challenge with taking this trade was greed. So knowing that I would have had a better stop, and I could have potentially gotten more profits from this trade if it does work out. If it doesn't work out, then I'm going to lose the same percentage, but being able to get a better entry allows for better profit taking. So for me, this trade being more important about making the trade or taking the trade when it's there, or being more about the trade than about the money that is made from the trade. I feel like that is a step in the right direction for my own trading. I don't think anyone comes to trading for their health. So taking trades and actually, hold on, this is, it's like, yeah, there's something off there. Taking trades, people are trying to make money. No one is trying to intentionally give their money away into the markets, but it does happen whether we intend to or not. I've been on a pretty mean losing streak here, and I can show that or I can show that here in a minute here. Looking at my history, you can see it's here. I was on a pretty nice run here. but the system I was using here that failed. So this is all with the exception of here actually. Here. So this area here, this is all the same trading system. Utilizing the same everything. You can see over here it's just collecting right and left. Then you see some right here, and then it's just failing. So with that, I had to make some adjustments, which are these trades here. This trade was invalid here, and then this trade is the trade that there must have been some kind of order error or something like this. I'm not sure what happened there, but it doesn't matter. I'm in the trade now, and we'll see if the trade has any legs for continuation or if I will get stopped out. But I would anticipate some continuation in this price action. I'll walk you through what I saw that set this trade up here. So here on the 4 hour, we can see Bitcoin putting in a low here, a lower high, and then putting in a lower low, putting in a high here, and now has put in a lower low. So we're seeing a bearish trend here on the 4 hour chart. Here on the 1 hour chart, here is the London high. This is the London high right here. The London low is right here with this at the low of this order block that's just flipped into a breaker block. And that's what I'm actually trading right now, is using this 60-minute breaker block here, and then this is the 15-minute refinement of that breaker block. But price here in this candle closes, and this candle here sells off and closes below this London low. So this would give me the impression that price is likely to deliver to the sell side here for the remainder of the trading day. And you can see puts in a bearish fair value gap or a sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, and then up here is the new bearish order block that's been put in here. So when this comes in, this creates a market structure, or this creates a break of structure actually, as this is continuation of sell side delivery of price, and then we're getting this price action here, which is pull back into the breaker block. And then here on the 15-minute, here is the order block here. When price trades through and closes through here, this order block now becomes a breaker block, and price action pulls back into the breaker block. This is where I took the first entry and was stopped out just on an order error or something went wrong there, and then re-entered here, and now price is still trading here near my current entry point. And I am looking for price to continue delivery here to the sell side. And if all goes well, we'll see price deliver through here and close below the order block here. There's a close below the order block, then that's going to be a good indication that price will likely continue further to the sell side. I would anticipate at least a sweep of this level here, as there is no wick, there's no lower wick or no bottom wick on this candle, so there's going to be some liquidity resting here, and I would anticipate the algorithm to trade into that at a minimum here. And we'll drop down to the 5-minute chart, see if we can get a little bit of better detailed view of what's happening. So right now price is trading inside of a bullish fair value gap. This is a bullish fair value gap right here. Price has just traded into it and is now delivering here to the buy side after trading into it, potentially to retest this swing high here on the 5-minute, or it could fail and return to the sell side. But ideally, I would want to see price return to the sell side and trade below this level here, creating a market structure shift to the sell side on the 5-minute chart. That would be the ideal scenario. Price here, if it does continue to remain bullish, could potentially put in another bullish fair value gap here, or buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. That is a possibility. So either that will likely happen here, or price will close this gap and it will not leave a fair value gap, and price will return to this level here. But this candle will define what happens in that situation, and right now we're less than a minute into this candle, so far too early to tell. And now we're seeing price delivering here to the sell side. There's still a gap here. Price has just closed the gap now. So the low now is 370.5. The high here is 368.6. So not yet. There's still a gap. And price is now testing the 5-minute low. And the gap has now been closed. So now there will not be a fair value gap in this area. Price is closed, and now I would be more interested in seeing whether or not there's a body candle close here on the 5-minute below that level. If that happens, then I would anticipate continuation to the sell side and price delivery here. While this is playing out, I want to take a look at Euro USD. I've taken a few trades in it today. A lot of losers as well, but starting to tighten up my trading here. But looking for a short position here, and I'm going to need quite a bit of pullback, as now this 60-minute order block has now just become a breaker block here. And got an untapped fair value gap, and now a new order block here. So let me get this set up. Okay, I abandoned this because I traded it and I got frustrated. So I took the order block off of the 15-minute, but now I'll put it back up. So here at 3. Okay. This could potentially be setting up for the exact same trade idea here. Seems like Bitcoin is struggling. But in order for this to be tradable, it would either have to trade up into this. There's a small fair value gap right here, or this order block will have to hold here. So I'm going to get set up in case this gives me a trade opportunity. Pardon the noise, you've heard the dogs, now there's the garbage truck. And of course price returns to a level where I would have wanted to have an entry originally, and could have had a larger size. This is what the frustration that I'm talking about, but this trade idea could easily fail here, and we'll see what happens. But I'll go back over to Euro USD here to see if Euro USD wants to set up for a short as well. So look to take this position here in the next 4 minutes here. Okay, so 117.73. I think there's a 10-cent spread here. This would be a pretty tight stop loss. It's going to need to have to take a smaller size here. Let's see. Whoa. Okay. I just got stopped out of Bitcoin, and this just did something completely different here. Let's take a look back over at Bitcoin. Okay, looks like it is going to keep pulling back here. It's going to pull back to the order block. This is my mistake here, or this fails here. Back to the OB. Where's the OB? Here. just wait for price to come back to the order block, and then look for price to try to deliver to the sell side. And while that's happening, I'll go back over to Euro USD. Wow. Okay. This is a trade that I wouldn't have been able to catch unless I was breaking my rules, which I traded it and broke my rules timing wise here to the long side. But here it's set up to the short side. When it's set up to the short side here, the entry point would have been here with the stop loss back here, and then you can catch this here. But this is, for me, in a no trade zone, even though I broke my rules right here. I broke my rules in the wrong direction. But I'm okay with this because I don't want to take this trade necessarily. But yeah, we'll see. We'll go back over to actually, hold on. Okay. Close under. Yeah, I'll have to go back and look at these. Alright, here. Okay, we got price action now, still delivering to the buy side here. Okay, price has now traded into the 60-minute order block here. And now looking for price to trade into the 15-minute order block here. That happens, then I'll drop to the 5-minute chart and look for an entry opportunity. I believe my issue on, what is this, Euro USD, and that's the thing, trying to stick within some parameters. Some things are going to test you as far as in what is going to suit your parameters, as in this does suit my breaker block criteria. My issue is I use the 5-minute chart to take this position when I'm looking for a 15-minute trade and did not get the body candle close here. I got the body candle close here on the 5-minute, but then did not get the body candle close here on the 15-minute. The wick candle close comes in here, and then you can see price fails here. So here the order block, or what was still the order block here, didn't fail. When it got here, I questioned whether or not to stay in the position or even to flip the position. But my main issue is I'm trading outside of one of my normal kill zones. And actually, time-wise, I believe this is during like the lunch hour. So this is during the lunch hour, time where I normally wouldn't want to trade anyway, even though this is a prime trade opportunity here. But I'll go back and analyze that again later. But that's even though it's a valid breaker block trade, and I see where I made the errors, time is the most important factor when it comes to algorithmic based trading or ICT trading. So even though that was a valid setup, I want to look for things to happen within a certain time frame, and if I don't get them, then I want to wait until the next time frame to look for an opportunity, just for increased probabilities. But all of these things are things to take into consideration, depending on what your goals are as a trader. price action to reach the 15-minute OB here. And see where we're at. So low here, 897.4. And we have reached the 15-minute order block. So now I am going to drop down to the 5-minute time frame and see if an entry opportunity presents itself here. See if I can get an entry confirmation. I could also take an entry here with just having my stop the opposing end of the order block. That's also an option, but ideally I want to see some type of confirmation after contact with the order block here. Price is now just consolidating here at the 15-minute order block. And the same thing with this position here. If price delivers below the order block, I'm going to be looking for a sell. If price closes above the order block on the 15-minute, then I'll look for a buy opportunity. So right now I just want to let price action play out. This is the reason why I don't just take a short position now, even though I'm very tempted to. Price could just turn around here if it wants to. But I am tempted to take it short with the closure below there, but it may be early. Let's see here, 92, 97, 9. 92, 97, 9. Then add for the spread here. 93, 68, 1. 68.1. So it looks like we've gotten to the halfway point of the order block, which has me considering taking an entry here. I have to look through my notes, but it's either mean threshold or consequential encroachment, whichever one it is. Or how it's classified there. just evaluating my risk profile. Also looks like price got within the 5-minute OB as well. So attempting to be cautious here. It's really easy to just jump into a position, but I want confirmations. So we'll see if price will give me a confirmation here. I'm going to let this cool off for a minute. Let's take a look at some other markets and see if anything else is being overlooked here. Okay, so we got sell side here. Okay, got pull back, close below and pull back. Yeah, but there was nothing there for me. Yeah, today, I'm going to take a look over here. Euro USD. See what it's doing. Yep, that's that breaker. That was out of bounds. GDP USD didn't set up for me today, so it's just going to be Bitcoin today, or at least for this session. So we'll pick on Bitcoin. Bitcoin still trading up here in the OB. Right now I'm just waiting for confirmation, so I either want to see a 15-minute body candle close above this order block, which would make it a breaker block, or I want to see a 5-minute body candle close below a swing low here on the 5-minute chart. Until I see those, then I would just be guessing at a direction, which the direction would be to the sell side, but price could go in either direction here. But price is in a sell zone for me, so this is an area to sell. But since I don't have a confirmation yet, I want to wait until I see a stronger signal on what price wants to do while it is in this area, in this sell zone here. See, price is just trading into this area here. I'm going to cool my jets here, just park that over there, because chances are I'm going to have another stop loss, a different stop loss anyway. This is likely to probably be the stop loss unless this gets traded through here. Price still consolidating here within the 15-minute order block here. Less than a minute for this candle closure. So right now we have a new 5-minute low, which this could continue delivering to the sell side, or this could potentially set up a swing low. If if it sets up a swing low, then it could potentially set up a trade to the sell side, which is primarily what I'm looking for right now. Because the New York AM high is up here. In order to go long, then we'll need a body candle close above this level. Until then, the London low, the close below the London low is here. This is what is determining price action, or at least where I'm basing my price action off of, because this is the last shift in structure here is to the sell side. So until structure shifts back to the buy side here on the 60 minute, I'm just going to wait. And that's another thing with waiting for the 60 minute. That may be something that I do with this breaker block, but I'll have to test the accuracy of the breaker block, but I think it's accurate enough to just trade it based off of the 15 minute. I mean, the 60 minute can be too late at times, but it seems that, or at least I know I need to be more consistent in taking that trade. It's usually just looked at as a secondary or backup trade, but I'm now trying to incorporate this breaker block just into whatever I'm doing standard. So either the price action is going to fail the breaker block, or it is going to trade back into the direction of the market structure shift. See price approaching the high end of the order block here on the 15 minute. So price may want to trade through or not. We'll keep an eye on it and see how it goes. But it's also setting up pretty nicely for a potential swing low here. For price to come through and close and then potentially deliver here to the sell side. So I'm pleased with myself at the moment, because I did not enter this trade without a confirmation, even though it is in an area of interest here, or a PD array here. This is in an area of premium for this price action. So anything up here is a premium price, anything down here is a discount. So you want to buy here and you would want to sell and cover here. And you can see price now trading to the high end of the order block and may trade through. If it does on the 5 minute, that's fine, but I'd be more looking for what price action does on the 15 minute. Looking for a body candle close. If I'd entered that trade, I'd be getting stopped out right now. So I may consider adjusting my time base because I want to take trades when they're there, not necessarily when it's convenient for me. But when price action reaches into an order block during a kill zone, I think that may be the criteria, and then I just may want to stick to that position until then, because thinking about this Euro USD trade, if I had with this, I'll go over here to the 1 hour chart. So I was looking at it as price closed here above London here during the New York AM session, and then price delivered to the sell side here, and was watching it here to see if it would return to the buy side or continuation here to the sell side while it's in this order block. Then if I come back up here to the 15-minute chart, so while it's in the order block, it does come into contact with the order block during the silver bullet, or not during the silver bullet, but during my kill zone here. So to me, it'd be valid to keep an eye on and watching it to go. So I was watching it in this area, but I dropped down to the 5-minute chart, and that's where I made the error. If I was still just watching the 15-minute chart, then I would have seen this, taken an entry right here, and then been in this trade and likely taken profits down here. So I'm just going to adjust my trade parameters, and based on the time, and require contact with the order block within the time span, and then I'll track the trade from there on the 15-minute chart. If it goes outside of the kill zone, the 5-minute chart is going to be too noisy for that type of price action. And now watching Bitcoin still here on the 15-minute chart, either looking for Bitcoin to trade above and close above this fair value, or above this order block, or to return to sell side here. Starting to see some sell side here. Okay, so I think what I want to do here is potentially wait for an engulfing candle here on the 15-minute. But that swing low here on the 5 I was mentioning here. So I'm going to hop back up to the 15-minute here. Let's see where that engulfing would be. At 437.8. Just here. Okay. I feel that if I dial in my confirmations, then that would really simplify my trading. So I think that's what I'm going to want to work on here. I'm going to back test it really quickly on this trade. So I'm looking for a long here. It sells off. Let's go to the here. Sells off. It's in here. It reaches the block. Okay. Okay, it doesn't engulf. Just a block. Turns down, it engulfs this way. And still trading. Looking for an engulfing to the buy side. Engulfing to the buy side. Never comes, never comes. Here's the close below. And sell. Okay. 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 I think I know what I want to do here. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to use the 15 for confirmations here, and I think that's going to set me up to be in better positions here. I'm going to let this price action play out and see if I get an entry. I'm going to take care of some things and be back during the next session. If all goes well, I'll get back on track with my account balance here. If you'd like to know more, visit us at OnTiltTrading.com. Trade safe, trade together. We'll see you next time.